The evil Donald Trump is single-handedly starting a trade war that will wreck the global economy. That's the gist of the story coming from a lot of the media. But a deeper dig shows that the true picture isn't quite so simple. In fact, Europe and China have been waging economic war on America for decades. The US just hasn't responded. And one piece of news from Germany last week helped expose this. Professor Heiner Flassbeck, Germany's former State Secretary of Finance, and his fellow economist Friederike Speicher accused the German government of cooking the books. They had an article in their publication MacroStop that was published on January 26th that took a closer look at some of the numbers on Germany's economy that's coming out of Germany's Statistics Office. Now, you'd think that a lot of these numbers were just reporting, that the Statistics Office would measure the economy and report on what they measured, give those measurements back. But that's not the case. The figures they say are based on a lot of estimates, a lot of assumptions, and there's a lot of room there for the Statistics Office to change the figures according to what's politically expedient. And that is exactly what they say the government is doing. The Telegraph's international business editor, Ambrose Evans-Pritchard, had a piece on this, and he reported that Flassbeck said that Germany is, quote, cooking the books, that they're trying to hide just how much they're exporting. Now, the Economist report concluded that Germany's economic growth last year was largely due to an expansion of German mercantilism and more severe violations of the principles of free trade. So the truth is, Germany is quietly waging economic war on America. How? Well, through the euro. At the moment, Germany shares a currency with a whole lot of other countries, many of which are poorer than Germany, and some of which are struggling to pay off their government debts. This makes the euro less appealing. Fewer people want to buy it, and that pushes the price down. However, if Germany used the Deutschmark still, well, that would be a very attractive currency. Lots of people would want it, and because it would be in high demand, the price would be high. And this is very important. A cheap euro acts as an invisible subsidy on everything that Germany exports, and an invisible tariff on everything Germany imports. To get a picture of this, let's put some rough numbers on it. So imagine if Germany used the Deutschmark, and that the Deutschmark was a very strong currency, and so you could buy half a Deutschmark with $1, or one Deutschmark with $2. Well, in that case, a German car that was priced at 10,000 Deutschmarks would cost $20,000. Now let's compare that to a euro that, for our example's sake, is worth the same as a dollar. Well, now, a German car that sold in Germany for 10,000 euros would only cost $10,000. It would be much, much cheaper. Now, obviously, I've tried to keep the numbers simple, and the overall situation isn't quite that simple, but it gives you an idea of the power that a weak currency can have. So why do we watch this at the Trumpet? Well, the Bible talks specifically about a trade war against the United States, one led by Europe and by China and other Eastern nations. Now, in many ways, this trade war has already started. Now, with Donald Trump talking about fighting back, well, this trade war might be about to come much more into the open. But both Europe and China, they've been quietly waging this war for years. This trade war is a very important step in Bible prophecy, and it exposes the ambition of both of these powers to harm America. And you can read more about these prophecies and about this trade war in our April 2017 Trumpet print edition in Brad McDonald's article, Trade Wars Have Begun.